welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. The United States makes up about 5% of the world's population, yet we consume over 75% of the world's prescription pills. It's a sobering statistic that is highlighted in the new documentary Prescription Thugs. Joining me now is the film's director, Chris Bell. Welcome, Chris. Very important topic, man, prescription drug abuse. But what made you pick this subject?
The subject kind of picked me.
Right.
My older brother died from a prescription drug, basically an overdose. His body gave out from all the prescription drugs he was doing. I wanted to find some answers why that would happen to him, and also in the course of doing that, I had a hip surgery and ended up getting hooked up on pills myself for a little bit, and I tell that story as well in the film.
All right, so you had a personal, tragedy, and of course your own struggles. But so as you putting together all the facts of the film, what was the most, eye opener that you saw when it came to this issue?
I think the biggest eye opener was I always thought that like prescription drugs were they were in the business of like health and healing, and they wanted to get you better, and I just realized that like people benefit, and there's a lot of money being made off of keeping people on drugs, and so as long as that exists, there'll be all the high pressure marketing and sales tactics that they use, and we have to be careful. We have to look out for that as consumers to not get caught up in that, because we end up on this cycle of drugs where we open up our medicine cabinet and there's 10 different pills that we're supposed to take there, and they all don't mix well,
In your experience, but more importantly on your brother's life, the battle. Tell me a little bit about the battle, because and I'll surmise my theory, but what was it about the battle that for some people they just can't win it?
It's tough. It's a disease where it's a behavior problem. It's a brain chemistry problem. I think they're just finding out a little bit more recently. I just read a study like last week that they said, this is a brain problem where things aren't, firing right, and the only way to fix it is to work on those behaviors and sort of modify those behaviors. So as we're finding out more about addiction, we're finding out like it's not really the addict's fault. Like they're just doing something they're conditioned to do. And
you hit it right on the head there. It is a disease. Drug addiction is a disease.
Sure.
It is chemistry that is stimulated by in the brain that is stimulated by man-made chemicals. Have you ever heard of something called the fifth sign?
No.
The fifth sign was something that in the medical profession back in the 90s, we have blood pressure, pulse, respiration, and temperature. 4 signs, 4 vital signs, right? So the fifth sign came to be in the 1990s when a lot of people in the federal government said to doctors, "Oh, by the way, you're not paying attention to pain. Pain should be the fifth sign." Yeah. So, somebody in the pharmaceutical industry heard this and say, "Oh my God, they just gave us a new road." And bingo, and you had this massive manufacturing of painkillers. Doctors had to get in line to treat this fifth sign. And what is the price that we paid? We paid with this drug epidemic. From your own personal experience, I know you tell the story in the documentary about your brother, but from your own personal experience, how did you deal with getting off this vicious cycle?
It's something that you come to terms with yourself. It's something that you have to want to quit and want to get off of, but you do very soon after. Like I was never an addict. I was never addicted to anything. Right. I was always somebody who was into sports. I was a power lifter and highly ranked in that, and was excited to go to the gym every day. And but once I was hurt and got on these painkillers, like everything sort of started going slowly in reverse. And it's not a matter of the fact that that you need a painkiller or what that even does to your body, just beating up your liver and stuff like that. What happens is you just need more and more and more. So 3 pills doesn't do it anymore. You need 4, 5, 6, right. And I was up to taking 20, 30 pills a day. Wow. Of Percocet or Vicodin, and what the amount of acetaminophen that's bonded with that and what that's doing to your liver was just killing me.
When doing your film, what was the reaction from the pharmaceutical industry? Did you talk to them? Did you interview anybody?
We tried to. They didn't want to talk to us.
They didn't want to talk to you. No,
that's the thing. It's like, and there's a lot of government agencies like the DEA and the FDA, and like they didn't want to talk to us either. And they're supposed to work for us, but they don't. You know,
they don't want to talk.
No, they don't want to talk because. I don't know. I think like it exposes them, or however they want to look at it. But they should be exposed. I mean, all we're doing is showing like what it is. Not.
When people look at your documentary, what should they take away from it?
I think they should go in and ask their doctor, not what drug is right for them, but go in and ask their doctor why the doctor had put them on this specific drug, or if a drug is, some people will be like, take a drug and have some sort of, side effect from it, and they just like let it go, and like, oh yeah, I got this weird thing going on, but I don't know, and they don't talk to their doctor about it, and they don't see if maybe they don't need that drug, because sometimes we're just taking too many pills, and we just have to be careful. Like, this isn't a movie that's there to condemn the pharmaceutical industry. You're saying if you get sick, don't go to the doctor. I mean, I just went to the doctor last week. I have a little bit of a cold, and I'm going to listen to the doctor's advice, and but I'm also going to be my own patient a little bit, my own consumer, my own doctor a little bit, and try to help myself too, because we're all in the fight together. It's it's our life.
Right, and I think that one of the things that America has to mature to the fact is that, and I look at commercials, and every other commercial is a pill to fix something, So we are accustomed to kind of realizing, hey, there's a pill out there to fix this and the other, but we got to take some responsibility ourselves and get off this bandwagon that a pill fixes everything, and I think maybe your documentary brings light into that.
That's the hope. The hope is that we can open up the discussion here. This isn't a movie that like really you couldn't end the discussion in one movie. You need like 10 of them. There's just so much material. So this is really an opportunity for me as a filmmaker to open up a discussion and just start talking about it, because I have had my own problems, and I do help people just talk about addiction and open up to their family and friends about it, and that's the most important thing, is just being honest with all this stuff.
Right. And your documentaries are always good. I got to tell you that. You got a good track record, my friend.
Thanks.
Now, people out there, they want to say, where do I see this Prescription Thug documentary?
Well, it is available right now for the couple weeks in select theaters, and it's also available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, anywhere that you buy movies. Pretty much, you can find Prescription Thugs.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. Great information, and again, a great topic, and everybody should watch it. Thank you so much. And if you have any health topic, you can talk to me or email me here at Fox at drmanny@foxnews.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Manny.